Hi everyone, my name is Julian Tudor and welcome to IT Endgame. To structure our channel, we will guide ourselves following the Doritsky Endgame manual, a very good endgame book. And this first episode is dedicated to key squares. What is a key square? A key square is that square on the chessboard that we need to gain control of if we want to win the game. In this particular setup, when we have king and pawn versus king with the side on advantage, having the pawn on the fourth rank, the key squares are c6, d6, and e6. Gaining control of any of those squares will guarantee us victory. If white is the one to move, unfortunately for him, he will not be able to gain control of those squares, or any of them, because black will always manage to win a position. If white will try to push his pawn, still won't manage to gain control of the squares. And this is a basic pawn and king endgame where the disadvantaged side has to keep the central line in order to make a draw. Going back to initial position, if black is the one to move, then obviously if he steps back on the 8th rank, then he will give white control of any of the key squares. And if he decides to step on C file or E file, he will give white control of the key square on the other side file. Let's say black will move to E7, while we get control of the C6 square, which is one of the key squares, and black will be no longer able to stop the white pawn from converting in a queen or a rook. Doesn't help black if he tries to push forward the pawn, because you'll be matched with the check. So black will try to still go central. Now white must not push the pawn. White has to get a position again, and that will force the black king to step on a side again, which will give white access to one of the precious squares, e7 or c7, and from those squares the white king will support the final 3 squares for the white pawn. Black advance, white push the pawn, black can no longer reach the white pawn, and then in the next 3 moves white will convert and win the game. This was our first episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was clear and simple. See you for the next lesson. 6, e6,